What are we even talking about today? The secrets to making money, I guess. Let's just come right into it. Hello, here we are. We're back in an office setting, kind of. You'll have to let us know how everything looks, how everything sounds. Hello, everyone.
Yo.
Today we're going to talk about something I don't think people are talking about that much anymore. Echo. And that's breeding fish for profit. I want to say back in 2015 to like 2018, that's all YouTube was breeding fish for profit. And we're going to get back into it. There's a couple things we're going to circle around to in the next couple of weeks. So it's going to be fun. We've got some topics. We've got some stuff planned out. Glad you're getting better, Leo. Yes, all three of us are sick as well. We're just getting over being sick.
Such BS.
Including the little one. So she's here with us. We might have to take some breaks. We're not very centered,
Nope.
but we'll figure that out as we go along. Mm-hmm. I can't really move at this point.
It is what it is right now.
Yep. We're going to kind of roll through this. We're not going to really... we're going to save all super chats to the end if there is any. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Still waiting to see if audio-video checks are good.
Yeah, we both have the
You seem kind of quiet.
Me?
Yeah.
It's because I can't hear myself, so I'm trying not to yell. Anywho.
I'm not even sure if we're live because no one is even talking to us.
Well, Candy said you sounded sick, so
Oh, okay.
I know that she heard you.
Someone heard us.
Yeah.
Audio, video, good. Okay, I can. The way it's set up now, it's way more easy for me to fix things. So if I need to, except for the camera, that's the only thing I can't move now. Whereas before I could. Mm-hmm. So we'll get us a little more centered next week.
You'll have to just deal with it, folks.
Yeah, if we didn't have a sick baby.
I know for you OCD people out there, it's probably really annoying, so sorry.
And just to answer a quick question from Zenny, yes, we are moving to Saturdays. It was an overwhelming yes. For the people that cannot make Saturdays and prefer Mondays, just know that nothing is permanent. If the days weren't so close together, I would probably be a little more inclined to do both. But we still might go to a morning stream during the week somewhere. And for all the people at work or at home, give you something to do while you're working or not. Oh, boy. If you guys are all three sick, take the day off. Nope. You can't take a day off when you work for yourself, Leo.
To be fair, we sound sick, but we're finally, like, better from we were sick the last, like, 3-4 days. So This is Sadie was only sick for one day. Thank God. I was not going to be able to handle it. Like, watching her sick is very sad, as was to be expected. Most people will tell you that.
It wasn't that bad.
Of course, he could care less, but I was very... She just was so lethargic.
We gotta go to the ER. I'm like, she's laughing, she's pooping, she's peeing, she's having
all
a good
day
time.
long. Like 3 days ago, she was miserable, and it was very
I still
sad.
got her to laugh.
Oh, pipe down. Here's your elephant.
Part of the reason, like I said in the post, is it's tough to compete with Monday Night Football. I'm not streaming on Monday to watch Monday Night Football because I don't watch football.
We watch football.
I watch the highlights.
We watch football. I watch 49ers games. That's about it.
I watch the highlights. That's about it.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think we've given it enough time. It's been 4 minutes, so we can get right into it.
Okay.
If you guys want to ask questions while we're going, we're going to acknowledge some, but
if you have something that's relevant to what we're talking about, we'll definitely try and answer it. But if it's just like banter, we apologize, but we're waiting until the end for that, or else we will not get through this.
Yeah, we'll never get done.
So, excuse our Phoebe voices.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about real quick why would we want to breed for profit, kind of our experiences breeding for profit or just breeding in general. I would like to say that profit is not the right term, but that's kind of the industry's term right now because you're really never breeding for profit.
Yeah, what else do you say, really, though? Unless you are making a lot of profit, which is rare. So you'd have to really be killing it to actually pay for your hobby completely.
So basically the point of this is to help mitigate the cost of the hobby, not to make a profit, because obviously you don't want to turn it into a business and then it loses all its fun.
It does.
But I can tell you, and the people that have been around for a while have seen my breeding for profit tank, the 55-gallon with bushy-nosed plecos, guppies, and shrimp. I've talked about it quite a bit, so I'm not going to spend much time talking about it. But that tank made hundreds of dollars a month when I had a local fish store. And as a matter of fact, that's why I quit doing it, because my local fish store shut down, which was very sad.
Very sad.
Very, very sad. But every week, once it was going, I could take in multiple plecos and multiple guppies and a ton of shrimp. And it pretty much paid for everything. Maybe turned a profit, especially if you count the YouTube videos that were getting 50,000 views a time. Because like I said, that was a very popular thing a while back. But yeah, so what about you? What you breeding anything? I know you got a few fish.
Yeah, so for me, what I liked to do was, I obviously had good relationships with several of my local fish stores, which I want to preface. If you want to breed and be able to sell things, it is your responsibility to make sure that there is either a store, a club, some type of situation where you are going to be able to move those fry. So for me, I had multiple options. I had good relationships with my local fish stores, and I was never trying to make money. Like he said, it really was not to make money. What it was just to offset my costs, because I spent a lot of money, as I'm sure many of you do. So there were certain fish that just bred well for me. Obviously, if you have electric blue acara, keep them in any reasonable setup and give them what they need, just even the basics, they're going to spawn for you. I had thousands and thousands and generations of electric blue acara fry. I like to grow things out. I think that's where maybe I don't know how you did things, but for me, I like to keep them for a while. I enjoyed keeping them for a while so that I could, get maximum trade. And that was all I ever really wanted, was trade. And so most of these fish I also bought from my local fish store. So I was already investing in their business. I was investing in the stock that they sold. And then I would come back with my fry, which I was very, very appreciative of the comments I received about my fry, because my fish would be very healthy and robust. And we'll get to this again later, but I fed very heavily because I knew they would be with me for a short period of time. So for me, it did offset a lot of costs. And more than anything, I think it helped to build really strong relationships and good, where we trusted each other, myself and my local fish store and the employees. And they'd give me stuff, they'd hook me up with things, they'd allow me to do things that maybe the everyman didn't get to do, which I really appreciated, and it came in handy a lot for me in the hobby. So
very limited amount of data on this, but what I got is, on average, hobbyist, and we're talking about hobbyists, so everyone in the chat, you are a hobbyist. I'm not talking about the people that have one fish tank and go to Petco once every 3 months to buy fish food. But hobbyists, on average, and this is very loose, spend about $100 to $300 a month on their tanks.
Easily.
And doing some very loose guerrilla math, I was able to determine that breeding fish for profit can help reduce those costs between 50 and 80%. Again, don't ask me where I got those numbers. It took a long time to find any type of number, but that's about as best I can come up with on average. So next, I want to talk about specific fish. Y'all know I did guppies. I did bushy-nosed plecos, and also shrimp. And I'm going to be setting up another breeding for profit tank once we're ready. And I think I'm going to go something else. I'll still probably do a bushy nose, but I was doing just the normal chocolates and the albino. I'll probably go to like a super red, because those things, they sell like hotcakes. Everyone loves super red bushy nose plecos. And it's just, to me, it's another way to make sure people aren't buying common plecos. This is something I got into with my local fish store previously, because he sold common plecos. And I'm like, stop selling common plecos. You should be selling bushy nose. And so I sold him bushy nose plecos insanely cheap, just so that he wouldn't buy common plecos.
That's how you get them. You give it to them a little bit for free, and then they're hooked. See? Works
And
for good things too.
I'll probably have a couple shrimp tanks going, but I might stay away from guppies. I might do some other live bears. That being said, live bears are a great fish for breeding for profit. You don't have to mess with eggs. And so it just makes it a little easier. So that's what I'm going to do. Probably just plecos and shrimp. And the plecos, as far as Bushy knows, they will not eat my shrimp, so they can be in the same tank.
That's very helpful.
What about you? Anything on your list?
Yeah. I'm going to do EBAs again just because I miss having 9,000 EBAs in my life, whether they're fry or adults. I just love them. I really want to do the Sahicas again because, again, I think that is an excellent alternative to like a convict cichlid, which we see far too much of. I'd really like to do other dwarf Acara species, maybe some Latacara, maybe even like I would love to do Bolivians again, Bolivian rams. I did spawn before, and I think they were my favorite thing to ever spawn, probably just because I love them. So dwarf cichlids, I think, is what I'm gonna give a whirl.
I will say we turned in about 250 fry of the T-bar cichlids. It's not a lot. I don't see a lot of people breeding for profit cichlids. They're incredibly profitable. They have gigantic spawns. Everyone wants to go to guppies and shrimp and endlers and live bears, which is valid.
Small spawns, though.
But I'm telling you, some of these cichlids, man, they're pumping out 300 eggs at a time.
Yeah, and you're not giving up too much real estate for these guys. We're not talking about 8 to 10 inch fish. We're talking about 3 to 5 inch fish that you can keep communally. That all of my fish, here, I should say this too. I feel like this is important. All of my fish that I spawned were in community aquariums. I never dedicated a tank to spawning. I very firmly believe in community spawning. It's what worked for me. So.
Barbara asked a good question about the numbers. That does include everything. So electricity, water.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why there's like huge, like 1 to 300, 50 to 80. Yeah. Because I know people that pay $20 a month for their water and it's unlimited, where a lot of people now have metered water, so they're paying a lot more. So
metered.
it's yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. It's expensive for some.
And that's a really good point. And I think a lot of people forget to think about that when they're doing their P&L reports or how much profit did I actually make? Well, did you consider your tank, your filter? You have to buy all this stuff.
It all breaks down.
So the reason now we're talking about equipment is because this is a breeding for profit tank. You shouldn't be going and buying FX6s or AC 110s, $100 hang-on back filters. It is bare bottom. It is a sponge filter and an air pump. That's if you really want to get the profit, that's what you do. And it's going to be the shortest. It's going to be the best for your long-term investment. Basic. Keep it simple, stupid.
My tanks were already established as display tanks, the ones that I used for spawning. So for me, I also did not put any money really into establishing breeding tanks or spending a lot of money on equipment. It just is a fool's game, I feel like, if that's your goal,
And you kind of touched on this earlier, but knowing your market, figuring out if you want to sell online, via Aquabid or starting your own website. Shipping is a pain. I do not enjoy shipping.
You're adding a whole layer of, there's a lot of error that goes into that.
But you're also adding thousands more customers.
Totally.
And not selling to a fish store, selling to the public, you don't have to buy wholesale. That's another thing. You need to manage your expectations if you're selling to a store, because most stores are only going to give you a quarter of what they sell it for.
Right. If that.
Yeah.
If that. And that's if you have, like I said, having a good relationship is important, I believe. Getting a little rowdy over here.
But it's definitely something to consider before you start doing it. It's one of those things, like she mentioned, make sure your local fish store wants it. Make sure your market supports it.
Right. That's a huge thing because, let's point out, when we were in Washington, there wasn't a market for cichlids like there were for nanofish. So if you're breeding all these medium cichlids, even a little larger size cichlids, who are you going to sell them to? Nobody's going to want them, and you're going to be stuck with all these fish, and you're going to be wondering why you did this. So do a little research in your area. Be aware of that kind of thing.
Definitely. And a lot of people ask, well, how do I open that door with a local fish store? And the best thing you can do is spend money there. Honestly.
I've done a lot of that.
Because they're not going to talk to you.
No.
Your odds of like going in and talking to them in small, they'll just go to a local fish store for the first time and be like, I've got 1,000 guppies to sell you.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, I don't care.
Please leave with your guppies.
You and the other 200 people that
Right.
walked in here today with all their guppies.
Well, that, and why would they invest in you or trust you if you don't invest in their business? Most fish stores are just that, local fish stores. There are local fish stores. There are small businesses. We know how hard of a time small business has. Make it worth their while to invest in you. Build a trust. I think that's what's most important is my fish stores knew I wasn't bringing in sick, diseased animals or animals that they couldn't put into their tanks immediately and sell. Like I was taking away a layer of where you can have a lot of loss because they trusted me and knew my fish were going to be healthy and sellable. So
I will answer this question. Steven brings up a good point. At what point does it start becoming less of a hobby if having a fish room hinges on being profitable?
Oh, yeah.
So again, I want to say that profit is just kind of a word that we use on YouTube. We're not really breeding for profit. It's what took like 8 years ago, and so that's what we call it. It's more of mitigating cost. It's something that you should be doing for fun, not for business. Unless it is your business, then you're not breeding for profit. You're essentially I don't know how to explain that, but what am I trying to say here?
I don't know. I'm dealing with the child.
Is there anybody actually breeding as a business? Yes. But that's a little bit different than hobbyists breeding.
We are strictly speaking about you all as hobbyists, minus a couple of you who maybe are on a different, path with selling fish. As a hobbyist, you're not breeding in numbers that you're going to completely offset the entire cost of your hobby. That's just not. It's a hobby. It's just that. It's supposed to cost you money. Hobbies are not meant. Is my mic on?
Your mic is not on. Wait.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, it's on.
I saw it before, and so I knew. I think I'm talking really quiet. I'm not even in the yellow, so.
I'm going to turn mine all the way down. Now you talk.
Hello.
Yeah, it's on.
Hello.
It's on.
If I'm too quiet, I can try and speak up. Sorry.
Yours is really quiet.
It's weird. Who's to say why that is? This is the first time we've set this up like this, so.
But the goal is to manage it and make it not turn into a job.
Right.
Because
why?
then it's just not fun.
Yeah, let's not do that.
But realistically, you could have 15 tanks and have like one breeding for profit tank. I mean, I had probably 20 tanks in my fish room, and I had one breeding for profit tank, and I realize this is not going to be everyone's take, but it paid for everything. It paid for my food. It paid for maintenance. I'm not going to say it went as far as paying utilities, but as far as everything I needed for my fish room, it definitely paid for it, and it paid for all my new fish as well. So I don't know that I ever walked into that store without having enough credit to cover whatever I needed for that day, which was really nice. Oh, you got it there?
I think so. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
Now, we talk about managing costs because, I mean, that's kind of the point. What I wouldn't cheap out on, what don't I cheap out on? Fish food.
Oh, yeah. That's a big deal.
Don't go and, like, try to cut corners on fish food and buy, like, Wardleys or any of these, like, wheat germ only fish foods.
Ugh.
You want quality food. You want quality fish. As soon as you start giving them guppies with bent spines, they're gonna stop buying from you.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
If that's another thing, is you really need to, if you're somebody who is wanting to even try this, make sure you are willing, like you said, to invest in. For me, I fed probably at least 50% live food all the time, if not frozen, and really high quality pellets and flakes. I never skimped on food. And I think that was very widely noticed by the people I sold to, and they would make comments on, well, your fish your color on these fish are beautiful. They're really like saturated and healthy. And I'm like, well, I spend a lot of money on food, a lot. So it should be your biggest cost really monthly is food.
Well, utilities, but.
Well,
I
I'm
get it.
counting for the fish specifically. Yes, utilities, absolutely. But I mean, that's kind of goes without saying.
And then you mentioned this briefly, like knowing when to sell. How you said you like to grow them out.
Yep.
Me, as soon as they hit the minimum size, they were going
Gone.
in. They were
They
gone.
And that's fine. I just
Yeah.
got really attached.
There's
it was more of a
no
personal thing.
rule.
No.
You kind of cater
You
it
will
to what you
get
want.
you will get more. I will say I would buy fish as babies, and sometimes I would just grow them out. Like my store would have fry. I'd pick them up for next to nothing, feed them really heavily for 6 months to a year, and sell them back. And I made a lot of money doing that too. That was something that was very profitable for me. Just taking the time to feed high quality food and give them good care, that makes a big difference.
The other thing to think about is what time of year it is.
Yeah.
Nobody's buying fish in August. Very few people buy fish in July.
Yeah.
It's hot. People are on vacation.
Yep.
So do slow down. For me, it was easy to slow down production because I just fed less. And that might sound mean, but it's not. Everyone's still fed. You're just not feeding them to the point where they're constantly, the females are fat and always laying eggs.
Yeah.
No, you just cut back feeding and they won't produce as many fry. It's really that simple.
Right.
So keep that in mind. Also, December. Nobody's shipping in December. Hardly anyone shipping in January. So keep that in mind. But if you're selling locally, then that's where you're really going to cash in on those months, because it can also be hard for suppliers to get fish those times of year. So
Yep.
those times of years, I can't think of the grammar on that one. I haven't got much sleep lately, folks. Got me some slack.
I know we're not firing on all cylinders today, but that's that's okay.
Yep.
So it's a good thing we decided to have a topic, obviously.
Now, the pitfalls. Where can things go wrong?
So many
Craig
places.
says right now, I've got about 1,000 fry at the moment. And that's what I want to talk about. Overproducing.
Happens a lot with live bears.
With guppies and live bears. You end up with too many.
Yeah.
And then you start getting sick fish. Or maybe you're just pricing your fish too high.
Yeah.
If you're... This is the one thing I like about Petco. They have scaled pricing. So if something doesn't sell in a month, it goes on discount. Mm-hmm. And you should be doing the same thing. If you've had your fish and they're just not selling, no one's buying them, lower the price, man.
Yeah.
Just suck it up and lower the price.
Try hard to go into it with realistic expectations, like we were talking about prior. Know that if you are selling to a mom and pop shop and you wanted to sell this fish for $3 a piece, that's the number you had in your head, most likely they're going to give you $1. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get what you think you deserve for these fish because you are very invested emotionally as well. They're not. They're only looking at a profit and loss standpoint. You know what I mean? But again, I think it comes down to a good relationship, and once they see your value, they will see your value.
And I think you said something that we should probably talk about, and that's managing expectations.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not going to set up a tank and set it up and have fry the next day.
No.
This is usually like a 6-month process on average. If you do rainbow fish, it's way longer.
Depending on your species, that's what I was going to say. You can definitely take less or longer.
So have realistic timelines, know when to expand, know when to stay small, and again, as we talked about with Stephen earlier, balancing the hobby, enjoyment for business.
Yeah.
This is something that I see so many people make mistakes on. You get one breeding for profit tank up and running, and you're like, man, if I get another one, I can double what I'm doing. And the next thing you know, it does turn into a business. Then you're like, instead of going, oh, I'm going to do my water changes today, you're like, ugh, that's the last thing I want to do.
Yeah, and you're not even
changes.
making good money for your business.
Yeah.
Think about that. Like, it's really not worth killing your energy, killing your love for the hobby. I've done that with a different hobby of mine, which was thrifting. I did a resale, and I burnt myself out on something I loved dearly. That was my happy time, and the only time I could decompress, and it went from being enjoyable to being something I never did because I didn't want to do it. It felt like a job, and I didn't need another job. So don't let that happen with this, because if you love fish, you love fish. You know what I mean? You want to continue to love your fish and love what you do at the end of the day. And I feel like exactly like what he was saying, if you're then annoyed with having to do maintenance, you're going to start to neglect things. And then your fish are going to suffer, and then it's all for naught. So it's like, really try and keep yourself in that fine line of, if you want to give yourself a discount by putting a little bit of effort into selling, but don't overdo it. Do not get too big for your britches.
And Steven has another excellent question. Says, if you have no LFS and no local club and you aren't super famous, what's your first stop to sell fish online? One, unfortunately, I would have to say Aquabid.
Yeah, that was going to be what came out of my mouth as well. Even though it's just Dan's fish.
Aquabid still gets a lot of traffic. I still feel like there's nothing there. So if you're bringing something to that site, I think it's going to sell well. If it's not just the standard, here's a 5-pack of Anubias. And let's not throw out plants, folks. Plants probably make more money than fish, and they're easier to ship, too.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I always forget about plants, but in my breeding for profit tank, I had guppy grass.
We grew moss recently, which we should have sold.
I'll see if I can pull up that video of the guppy grass, because I would sell just massive portions of that stuff as well. The one thing I wouldn't count on is clubs, though. You did mention clubs.
Yeah.
I don't think clubs are a good place to sell your fish at all. Now, I might have a little negative.
I think you might.
Yeah, I didn't have a good experience selling fish at the Seattle Aquarium Society. There's nothing worse than getting in rare fish.
Oof.
This happened to me once. It was a pelvic acromis Maliwe when those first hit the hobby. I had bred some. I took them in, and nobody knew what they were, so nobody bid on them. They sold for
cribs.
$1.
Oh, that hurts.
And the lady that bought them held them up and said, "How do I take care of these?"
Oh, no.
And never again did I sell fish at Seattle.
In Sacramento, I have actually purchased many fish from club members privately and had such good experiences and really like fair prices with cool fish. And so that for me and my experience here with a strong aquarium society with great members who are, talented at breeding themselves, it went well. But I think again, do your research. Your club may be very different if you have a club. So make sure you look into it and kind of feel it out.
I feel like the last time I went to the auction, it just seemed like a place where everyone just unloaded their garbage.
Dumping grounds. Yep, I've seen that.
I mean, these old disgusting tanks, old disgusting filters that nobody wanted, and it was always like,
it's a bummer.
Box of junk, box of this is what they label it in the auction.
Wow.
Box of junk.
Yeah, we don't have that here. I can't wait for you to go to our meetings here and see the difference. But yeah, it can definitely be like that. I remember we've gone to some other clubs where I'm like, this seems interesting.
But back as far as where to sell, websites are very cheap to start, and you don't have to be famous.
No.
It's hard to get traction, I will say. Before we left, I sold one of my outdoor tubs to someone who, we follow each other on Instagram, but I had no idea that he has his own rice fish business and has his own website and breeds and spawns and sells. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I wish I would have known that the day before I left. I would have come, and checked it out. So again, it is harder, and it's still a possibility. And also, Band, the Band app. I don't understand it, but I know there's a lot of people selling fish on Band. So if you can figure it out, then you can enjoy it.
Good for you if you can figure it out. Yeah.
And there is AquaSwap on Reddit. I don't do a lot of Reddit. Reddit is just about as bad as Facebook for me. So
Reddit has its advantages, but many disadvantages.
So let's tie this up. I think we've covered just about everything. Start small. Don't overdo it. Build your local connections first, unless you start out with I'm shipping fish. And also keep that in mind. You don't want to be breeding sensitive fish and then shipping them. You're going to lose way too much. And
I think for me, if I had one point to really stress about this whole thing is do your research prior. Like you said, if you even are thinking about getting into it before you even try and breed one fish, do your research in your area, see what sells, see what's available to you. Speak to your local fish stores. If you have local fish stores and you maybe don't have the strongest relationship, you go in from time to time, speak to them about it. Say, hey, I'm thinking about getting into doing this. Is this something you guys would be interested in, maybe doing some trade or whatever, and then go from there. Feel it out. There's nothing that's going to help you more than being upfront and trying to take preemptive strikes against any potential problems that you may run into. So you don't want to be stuck with fish, guys. You really, it sounds like a good thing, but it isn't always. So
somebody mentioned Palm Street. That's another app. I couldn't figure it out, but it's really hot for reptiles. I don't know.
Yeah.
They do I've seen plants on there, but not a lot of fish. If there's also one piece of advice, which is going to sound completely backwards, do not track expenses. Do not track the income you're making, because again, that's just one step closer to being a business. You're not doing this to make money. You're not doing this to be a millionaire. You're doing it hopefully for fun and a way to offset costs. And I'm not saying don't pay attention to the money at all. I'm just saying don't have your P&L reports. Don't be like, ooh, I spent $8.32 on food today.
It's going to ebb and flow. Like, there's going to be times when you're coming out on top as far as, having a good month maybe where all your food was paid for, or you were able to get some new fish for free because of it. But there's going to be months when you're still paying a lot of money for your fish, and it is what it is.
Larry brings up an excellent point. Says, where to go? I went to a couple local owned fish stores and they only want to give me credit.
Yeah.
They said they can't buy them because I'm not an actual business. So that is really going to depend on the business owner. That is technically true.
Right.
You do need like an invoice. I can only speak for Washington State, but you needed a resale permit, which to get one, you need a business license. And I had a business license. I had a resale permit. That being said, I rarely needed them to sell to local fish stores because I was only taking credit. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, that's all I ever wanted to.
I just wanted to come in and buy food and buy fish and just not have to pay for them.
It's like having a store credit card, essentially, that you don't have to pay off at the end of the month. You know what I mean? Like that. And to me, that was far more advantageous than maybe $50 to $100 a month, or 50 to, a couple $100 if I was really going at it. Like, it really didn't make sense to me. But this is not a cheap hobby. Those of us who have been in it for a while and have any, experience with large amounts of tanks and animals, it is not cheap. It is something that if you can mitigate your costs and make it a little less, heavy on the pocketbook, it's going to make you maybe enjoy it slightly more, because I know a lot of people that dump a lot of money into this, and it can add up very quickly. I know. I've done it myself, so she gets it too. Jesus.
The best thing you can do is have a good relationship with your local fish store. Whether you're selling, whether you're not, whether you're breeding fish for profit or not.
Yeah.
It's really handy.
Yes.
To have a very good relationship. And you know what? I think the best thing you can do is, if you're having trouble, just take in a bag of fish and be like, hey, I spawned these.
Give them to them.
Yeah. Give them to them and say, if they sell well, I got more. We can, maybe work out a deal, but I want to give you this batch. It's like a, drug deal.
I was gonna say that earlier. It's essentially just like a drug deal, or it's like somebody who, like, if you're a restaurant, you're a vendor at a baker, and you want a restaurant to sell your goods, you're gonna bring them the best, biggest spread of all your coolest stuff that tastes amazing, so that they're hooked on it, and then they want more. If you're really confident in what you're doing, that's only going to serve you. It's going to make them trust you. You're going to say, hey, I'm giving these to you. You can keep the profits. I don't want anything. I just want you to see that these are fish that are healthy, they're worth selling, and people are going to want them. And everyone wins. So it's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. But that about wraps up our little spiel.
Yep.
Wait, we made it like a half hour. That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
If you have questions, ask him now. I'm going to address the 2 super chats. Curtis, Mr. Reliable, thank you for the $1.
Oh, and Gregory.
And Gregory, feel better, Sadie. Oh, Bob and Chelsea.
Sadie's
too.
Probably the best out of all of us, so lucky her.
Yeah, she fared very well.
She did, thank God, which is how it should be. I would have been sick 3 times as long as she felt better, so... Yeah, Anna, are we back on?
Yep.
Yeah, Anna, that's true. That is a good point. It depends on what you're offering. If you let me tell you, as somebody who likes obscure rare fish here, they don't want your obscure rare fish most of the time. They want things that sell well. They want things that the public is going to buy from them.
Knowing your market.
It's about knowing your market. But I mean, I had tons of species that were rare that I knew their value, but to everyone else, they'd be like, what is this? I wouldn't pay anything for this fish because I don't even care. But if you have like my electric blue acara, everybody loves an electric blue acara. Don't tell me you don't love an electric blue acara, because I won't believe you. Or you just don't know better. But those are hotcakes, you know what I mean? Everybody is you'd be foolish to say no to a hobbyist bred electric blue acara.
Okay.
She agrees. So that is that is a good point. Yes, it depends on what you're selling. If you have crebensis, even though all fish stores sell them, they don't want yours because they already have a tank full of them.
Convicts.
Don't breed convicts.
Common cribs.
She was asleep up until 5 minutes before we started this, and he called it. He was like, she just fell asleep and she's gonna wake up right in time for the stream.
Is that really loud for you guys?
Yeah, can you hear her? Like, ever miss the baby days, do you, Tom? Oh, miss. What is the issue? I think she wants to be picked up.
I'm currently growing out like 75 fry, but I have very few connections, so there's that. No one wants your Takano jewels either. Yeah, there's so many fish that people just don't want.
No, that's true.
But then there's fish that are always going to sell, like Bolivian rams.
Yep.
Always going to sell.
Yep. There, like I said, there are certain species.
Apistos, always going to sell.
Apistos, those are things that you're. Look at what you're seeing in your local fish stores. If you're seeing a lot of bread and butter fish, then you know that's what they're going to want. If you're seeing rarer species, maybe you do have a local fish store that's willing to take a risk or bring in, 10 of something to sell them to the people like me or the people like him who are interested in more obscure species, because we are out there. There are people out there like that. There's just more of the people who want CPDs, or they want neon tetra, or they want, whatever basic stuff. And there's nothing wrong with basic. I say basic because you see it everywhere, but it doesn't mean that it's not worth breeding.
Have you tried using marbles as a substrate to breed egg scattering species? No. Recently saw this method on a fish channel.
The eggs drop down between the marbles.
Don't remember the name.
Yeah.
No, so I'll use either screen, like over Tupperware, or I'll just put some tetras in a 10-gallon tank, let them spawn, and then remove the adults.
Yeah. Yep.
All I see in my local is floaters.
Yeah, that's no good. That's not a place
like
you
floating
wanna...
plants.
Yeah, I doubt that.
So it looks like a Petco in there.
Where are you going, girl?
Palistris and Fungi often sell quick.
Yeah, stuff like that. I feel like with puffers, especially those types of puffers, that is something that I see most fish stores at least having one or two of. And I'm sure they'd be happy to have a hobbyist bred puffers. That's something that is relatively rare to find. We have people in Sacramento that breed pea puffers because Depot would regularly have a tank full of hobbyist bred pea puffers, which I thought, God, how much would I rather have a pea puffer that was hobbyist bred than came in emaciated and, on death's doorstep? Like, absolutely. That's amazing. Love that kind of thing.
South Bay Sapphire says, it honestly helps if you can post pictures of videos of fish species you have. I just recently posted my rainbow shiners. People flooded asking to buy my breeders, but don't want any fry.
Well, if you do have...
rainbow shiners take like a year to color.
Yeah, they look terrible for like the first year. If you have an Instagram or you have a Facebook or you have some type of social media platform where you have pictures, that's another great way to kind of show people your work. Like, hey, this is what I do if you want to check it out and do your research on me before you accept my fish. I know a lot of you guys have your fish on your social media, so it's a good way to advertise.
And don't forget, you can upload videos to your channel without it affecting your channel. Just upload it as...
private.
No, not private, because then no one can see it. Unlisted. And then you can share that out.
Goodness.
This is what a lot of online retailers, they have like a 30-second video on their website. It's just unlisted. Are there other color and variants of the EBA? No, just the non.
There is the blue Acara, which, to be perfectly honest with you, for my taste in fish, I think the regular blue Acara is almost prettier than the electric blue because they have a lot of different colors on them. They are very often sold incorrectly, and you will receive green terrors a lot of the time in place of real blue Acara. So be careful if you're in the market, because that happened to me, I think, 3 or 4 times. And they were so young, and I knew within a few weeks when they started to get older, but I was like, oh, cool. Another freaking green terror. I finally got my hands on a good blue Acara that I had for a long time. What?
Ivan says, as soon as you move to Sac, Aquarium Depot has blueberry tetras, jelly bean tetras, ruby tetras. You truly are influencers.
That's funny.
So I will say, we did have a meeting with them when we got here, and we specifically even asked about bringing in rarer species.
Yes.
Not that we had anything to do with that order of them bringing those in.
I will say,
but
though,
we did talk about it.
I'll give myself a little bit, like, prior, I would ask Jason, one of the owners, because I think he does a lot of the ordering, and I would say, hey, would you mind bringing in this tetra or this betta, wild betta? I can't get my hands on them. And they were so nice, and they were willing to do it, and they'd bring these things in. And I remember a couple times when I was specifically with my with my margite, I think they brought in like 20 and I bought 10, and then I was mad that I didn't buy all 20. So I went back the next day to get the remaining 10, and they had sold. And they said that a lady actually was really excited to see them, and it made me feel really good. Even though I didn't get them, I was like, oh, nice. Somebody else is appreciating these more rare tetra that you just don't see a lot because they're gorgeous and they're very cool.
I can tell you that this is not true. I was just told that the Bay Bridge Aquarium was owned by the same owner as the Wet Spot. Love the store in Oakland.
It is not.
It is most definitely not.
No. Stephen Marcy, who owned the Wet Spot, owned the Wet Spot. And that is it. So,
unless they bought it in the last day.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like we would know about that. Not that we're like, they inform us about everything they do, but I feel like we would know about that if that's the case. Bay Bridge does have some good stuff, though. I will say I've seen them to have quite a few good species there. Unfortunately, going to Oakland is becoming less and less fun, which breaks my heart because I used to love Oakland.
This is kind of an interesting question, or a good question. Question about tank size. Is the volume always true to what it's advertised at? It's pretty close, but you got to remember, you've got like 3 inches of substrate.
Yeah.
There's some water. You've got rocks. You've got wood. There's less gallons of water. Mm-hmm. So unless it's empty, you're like if you buy a 40 gallon, you're not going to have 40 gallons of water.
No.
It's never going to happen.
I noticed that it usually is about 5 to 10 gallons less when I would have a ton of hardscape, ton of rocks. So if I took everything out, the water level would drop by like 4 inches. It was pretty significant. It depends, though, on how much you have in there.
We're also, as far as, more news, changing to Saturdays, but we're also always going to have a topic from now on.
At least for a minute, at least for a little bit.
I'm sure there'll be some just general Q&As here and there, but for the most part. So if there are topics you want us to talk about or cover, don't be afraid to put them in chat.
Yeah. I would really like to see what people are interested in hearing about, because I know what I like to talk about, but I don't know if that lines up with what everybody would like to hear.
They offered me the shop for $20K fitted out. I said no. You know what really bums me out is when my local fish store shut down after he didn't even get rid of the tanks. He just took them all to the dump, essentially.
Brutal.
But after the fact, he still had the lease, but he was like, oh, if I knew you'd want to take it over, I would have just given it to you.
I love that. It feels
I was
great.
like, are you kidding? Why didn't you ask me?
Son of a biscuit.
We literally talk all the time. You could have just asked me.
Tom, thank you for asking this question. Yes, we have kept both Tenopoma and Microtenopoma. My favorite Microtenopoma is the Ansorgii. I started keeping them. That is the ornate Microtenopoma, and I started keeping those probably like 5 years ago or so. They are one of my favorite fish from West Africa, Central Africa, and I actually had many leopard Tenopoma as well, and I am a huge fan. I would buy them when they were 1 inch and grow them out to be, I think my adults were around 6-7 inches. Generally, they were quite large, but they're one of my favorite fish. But those little dummies will eat anything that can fit in their mouth. They're not aggressive fish. They're very, very good community fish. But if you have a straggler that's maybe moving a little erratic, and they don't hesitate. They are ambush predators and very enjoyable. And I will give you guys a little tip on the leopard Tenopoma. If you're trying to sex them, males are sexable with right over their gill plate. They have these little spines. There's like 3 or 4 little spines, and females do not have that. So just a fun fact about them.
So South Bay Sapphires brings up a good point, and he knows what's going on. But I'm going to tell you, his comment is Medaka variety are becoming very popular now, which I'm hoping it I'm hoping it blows up more. Those guys deserve the most love. So yeah, we are going to be going and doing a tour of the Medaka lair.
Exciting.
He just moved as well, so it's probably going to be
poor guy.
Like another month before he's ready.
Yeah.
We're going to go over there. We're going to do a tour. We're going to do lots of... Basically, I know nothing about rice fish. She's the rice fish expert. I just know that they're awesome. Awesome. I love looking at them. I love keeping them.
They're awesome.
So I'm looking forward to going and learning a lot. We're going to do some basic videos as well as obviously tour the whole place, but also we're going to set up a tub. like the basics of setting up an outdoor tub for rice fish. That's going to be a video. So we're going to do that while we're there. And I'm really looking forward to it. We've got some other stuff lined up from other people as well. Chelsea just went on the Sacramento forums and was like, hey, we're here. We're ready to film fish rooms. And we had a couple people reach out to us. So
Very
that was
exciting.
really nice.
Yeah.
So we've got some stuff in the works. Our fish room is not even in the works
We don't
yet.
even have a fish room. We have like half a reptile room right now, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So, oh, hey, Ivan, funny you mentioned that because I think that was the only species I brought up at our meeting. I was like, hey, you guys want to bring some more stuff in for us, particularly lampi congos, because I'm going to want more of those. So,
Which the Wet Spot has right now.
yeah, that is true. They do have, and they are, whenever they've had them that I've seen them, they've been very healthy. They'll be at varying stages age-wise, but they've always been very healthy.
Okay, so this question just got asked twice by two different people in two different ways, but still the
Okay.
same thing. I'm a piggyback. I'm not going to give you a piggyback ride. Actually, you know what? If any of you see me in the wild and you want a piggyback ride, I will give you a piggyback ride.
You just said no. You just
No,
preemptively said no.
I changed my mind.
What a jerk.
I'll give you a piggyback ride. I don't care who you are. Even if it's Whip's World, I'll give him a piggyback.
Please,
9 feet tall.
Please do that. That would be the best.
But anyways, to piggyback off tonight's topic, what do you do or how do you get the love of the hobby back if you overdo it? So this is actually a very easy question for me to answer.
I feel like,
Because there's so many things to do in this hobby. You just switch gears.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. You've seen me go from rainbow fish planet tanks to African cichlids to back and forth and to dwarf cichlids. I mean, I've been all over the place from... You go back to my streams from like 2016, maybe even 2015. Yeah, I've been doing it for 10 years. Where I said, I'm never keeping betta fish, ever. Betta fish are so boring.
Not wild.
And then, if you've been with me since the start, you saw when I had like 30 Betty fish.
I like that better.
You'll also go back and you'll see me say, I'm never keeping goldfish. They're the dumbest fish in the world. I hate goldfish. And then, 2 years later, I bought 30 goldfish at once.
Yep. You can always switch gears, even if you went over to the dark side and started keeping saltwater. If it's what you want to do. And another thing I was going to say is, you can always scale back. It's okay to do that. You don't have to feel guilty if you've overextended yourself with your fish, your reptile, your animal keeping, because it can be a lot. Scale back. That's it. I mean, really, like, get rid of some tanks. I know it sucks in the moment because you're like, man, sometimes you just feel like you failed the fish, you failed yourself. You didn't. You just overextended yourself a little, got a little too big for your britches, like I said before. You just scale back. And that can help a lot, too, to make you not feel that incredible sense of overwhelm where your tanks become an enjoyable thing again and not a chore. So...
Moat B208. Is there a problem keeping Medaka with Goodeids? Absolutely not. I like
No.
the idea since they're low.
Yeah.
Both of them are extremely community friendly.
Medaka will go with anything that won't eat them, really, and won't.
They wouldn't even fart on a butterfly.
No, though Medakas just, they look like a wind-up toy that just goes. They don't even really pay attention to anything. It's really, I mean, other than food, of course. So Medaka are wonderful. Like, they're just wonderful, wonderful fish. I think the problem with Medaka, here is the biggest problem in my opinion. So rice fish, people overthink it with many things, especially in this hobby. People overthink it and they think they need way more than they do. And they really are one of the most undemanding fish I've ever kept. And I feel like less is more with them, really. So I kept mine in like little indoor flower pots, like, 18 by 18 with a little air stone or something. And they were great. So they're so easy.
Betty Fish remix.
Betty Fish. I have wild betta and tuda species. I love those guys. Such little characters. Very underrated. Remind me of Channa. I've said many times, South Bay, that a lot of different wild bettas, like Chinoides and Alba marginata, even remind me of Channa. They're very like snakehead looking, like little mini snakeheads, which they, come from a lot of the same places as snakeheads come from. So
South Bay says I wouldn't keep Goodeids with Medaka because they can be aggressive.
I think it depends on
You're out competing for food. So I have kept red tail, tequila, and oh god, what's the one? The most common one that everyone loves, trout.
Oh, I was about to say the trout Goodeids, yeah.
The only ones. As a matter of fact, I kept trout Goodeids with.
Yes, with Medaka.
So it was a 300-gallon outdoor pond, but we had our mixed rice fish varieties with tequila Goodeids, and it wasn't a problem. And I I would say of all the goodies I've kept, trout are by far the fastest, the most active,
The largest.
the largest.
Yeah. The
And I
ones
would
you would
say
expect
the
to have
most
an issue with.
Danio-like.
Yeah,
like if
they're
you
very
know
fast.
Danios, you know what I'm talking
They're
about.
very spastic swimmers.
And it didn't pose a problem for us, and maybe because they were in a super large tank, maybe because we fed a lot.
There could be reasons why, but for the most part, if it wasn't a trout, I wouldn't be too concerned with it. I'd keep an eye on it like anything.
Like my tequila goodieads, I kept them with guppies, I kept them with shrimp, I kept them with the neon green rasboras. Never had a problem with them. The red tails, when I kept them, I just kept them by themselves, so I can't speak on them.
Barbara wants to downsize, but I have to wait until I get some energy back to even start to cut back. I'm just
Didn't you
treading
just
water.
finish your fish room? That's unfortunate.
I mean, sometimes that can be, when it's all said and done and you're looking at it, it can be a lot, right? I'm not going to buy anything new for the next 6 months are the famous final last words. Barbara, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you.
Mo says, I feel like tank size can affect aggression.
Absolutely.
I mean,
With fish, yes.
if you're like packing a 10-gallon full, they're not going to be happy.
If we're talking about Medaka, though, no, I wouldn't.
In my experience, fin nipping usually means
Not enough.
your stocking is too low.
Yeah.
Whether it's tetras, I mean,
Right.
especially with African cichlids, we all know that.
If you're keeping cichlids in too small of a tank together, you can have a bloodbath, but that's usually doesn't, transfer over to smaller fish like schooling fish.
And speaking of Africans, guess who's getting the African bug again?
Ugh. Great. No, it's fine. It's fine.
I just wrote an article over the last couple days, which I put on my website, about Tanganyikan fish. I'm currently writing one about Lake Malawi fish, and I kind of want them again.
Oh boy.
So we'll see how that works out. I definitely was not in an African cichlid friendly area in Seattle. I don't know what the market is like here.
Quite a few Africans here.
But I definitely want to get an African cichlid tank. 2 of them. I want a Malawi tank and a Tanganyikan tank. So we'll see how that works out.
Well, next time we visit Washington, I am going to abscond with Corey's eel. I think he taunted me with if we moved again, he might give it to me. And I was like, maybe I'd move for an ellipsifer eel. We'll see. We'll see.
I think that was if we moved back.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I get it.
Not like move to Connecticut.
I know. Like, believe me, I understand. I got the when hell freezes over undertone to it. I got it. But one day.
We do miss Corey.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
And all my other friends.
Yes, it's a bummer to not be close to people that we were close
But
to.
we do live in the age of the internet, so I still talk to Corey almost every day, and it helps. That is a little baby head over there.
Yeah, she is getting a little antsy in her pantsy over here. So here she is. You can see her mohawk that she has.
I've been assessing over the Lake Tanganyikan fish lately because I'm a little late to the movement.
That's okay.
When I first got into YouTube, like the only fish channels that were doing well were African cichlid channels.
Only fish. I thought that was like
What?
OnlyFans. The way you said it was very like only fish. I'm like, what is that? Never heard of that
I
one.
did not even get the reference.
That's why I was wondering why you're looking at me like I was stupid.
Are you stupid?
What are you talking about? Got to get some star sapphire cichlids. My colony I have are close to 5 years now. Gave me tons of dry over the last 3 years. We saw some at the depot.
There you go. My little article I wrote on Lake Tanganyikans. If anyone wants to check it out, I'd appreciate it. I could use all the reads and views. Get this ranking a little higher in Google. So there you go. Click on it and read it.
I mean it because I only said 6 months, not forever. I can hold out that long. I can't do that. I'm trying real hard to bring a bull snake home soon. We'll see how that fares for me. I'm going to get a Parachromis Friedrichsthali once I move. Nice.
Flower horns are abominations. I am not a fan of flower horns.
No, I'm not a big.
Flower horns, parrotfish.
No.
A lot of the Central Americans, like
Doveye, I'm not a
big
fan of.
gray fish. Yeah, don't breed dovies, people.
No, dovies are everywhere too, and I'll never understand why that fish is so everywhere. Like it does not make a lot of sense to me. But
prediction time. What's the next hot trend in fish keeping? I think Africans are gonna make a comeback. Based on the live stream chat the last month or two, been getting a little more questions. We'll see. But I think nanofish are going to be the rage for a long time because it's just all they're building is apartments.
I think Medaka are going to really have their place. Yeah. I think that I think for the past 5 or 6 years, they've been gaining popularity slowly. And I have a feeling the next couple of years, they're really going to take off. When people realize how easy they are and how you can spend next to nothing on them, or you can invest in really rare strains that cost, I mean, there's a rice fish for everybody. So I feel like that's going to be, it's apartment friendly. You have a mansion. You could have a huge pond. Like, it doesn't matter where you live. You can have Medaka, and they can survive in so many temperatures and so many types of water. So that's my prediction, because I've been keeping them for years, and I'm just excited to see more and more of them appear on the market. Anyone looking for great quality Africans? Get my guy Joe at California Cichlids. Can get wild caught domestic bred strains such an underrated place, in my opinion. Nice, very cool. Good to know those things. If I get big cichlids again, it's gonna be getting more discus back in my life. Oh, Zen, she's gonna get the discus again. Oh boy,
don't do it.
I was gonna say, oh, I don't know. Chesapeake said, I love my Medaka. They are fabulous fish. They are just, so it's funny because Medaka Lair we were talking to him the other day, and he was like, of all the pets in Japan, it goes dogs, cats, Medaka. Not just fish, but Medaka. They have been a staple in Japan for centuries. Like, they've been hundreds of years. They've been there forever. They've been there for a very long time, and I think we're really late to the party and we need to catch up. So they are the perfect fish, Sonny. I agree. Oh, Dennis, Tanganyikans are his newest interest. They're not, I mean, there's so much that comes from Tanganyika.
Yeah, it's such a fun biotope.
Yeah.
You have everything. The world's smallest cichlid, the world's largest cichlid, depending on how you classify that. And everything in between. And there's shell dwellers, rock dwellers, open water, like everything.
Every
gobies.
Size,
there's
every
gobies,
color,
there's
every
eels,
species.
there's puffers.
Yeah.
You don't have to, it's not just cichlids.
I can't lie. Like, Tanganyika has such a diverse ecosystem that really but so does Africa in general. West Africans, Central Africans, East, they all have such a huge biodiversity in their river systems. And lakes, you can't not find something you like, to be honest. So just got a subscription to Amazonian. The old archives have so much research. I have found it to be a good investment. You know what I've been doing is buying old books from the thrift store. Like, I have one about diseases, and I'm going to start reading because I'm really interested, because a lot of things have not changed as far as that kind of stuff goes. And so regardless of the year, that kind of information can come in handy, and you can learn a lot from these sources. Yep.
Leo,
Yep.
I saw your question, and I'm bringing up an old video of mine here for you.
What are you doing, baby?
Because these are my favorite.
Come here.
He said, what is my favorite compressicept or calvus? Either way.
I'm not a fan of those, but I know you love them.
I love them so much.
Know.
Now, you don't get a good shot at the fish here, but let's see. There we go. How does this look in here? Everything is a little befuddled here. There we go. This is my channel from 9 years ago. Hey, YouTube, quick video. Where are they at?
Fun fact, I made him say, hey, YouTube again. I remember when he stopped doing that. It broke my heart. That's my favorite.
It's my fish room 9 years ago. But here are the gold head compressiceps. These are by far my favorite. I think this is the only video I show them in too. Yeah, there's one in there.
Oh, I was like, check out that cichlid stone.
Yeah, we don't even get a good. This is how good I was at YouTube 10 years ago. But this video got 5,000 views. I don't even
there
get that
goes
much
the
now.
bag.
Oh no!
Oh, Mr. Bill.
There they're going in my
What are you doing?
mixed tank. This tank really pissed off the African cichlid keepers because I've got tangs in there. Oh, I guess that's it. That's the end of the video.
That was a good one.
That's how good I am.
Oh, yeah, you got way too much going on from different areas there. People probably had a fit about it.
The fish police really love that.
I hate the fish police. You know what? Things bother me too, but you know what bothers me the most? The fish police. They bother me a lot.
I almost fell for it. I almost raged on the Facebook post. I was so close. I was so mad.
Don't fall to their level.
And I was thinking, you know what? I could rage on this Facebook post, or I can make a ranty video that'll get way more views.
Make money. He's small. That's how. Hey, go. Don't you use that face. Go.
Those Joe at California Cichlids, I look at his newsletter all the time, and he would be a place I would go to. Obviously, the wet spot keeps a lot of cichlids, and I get a discount there, so obviously that would be like a first place to go. And then the other one I really enjoy is cichlidlovers.com.
Lover.
That's Alan Bliven. And I don't know that I should probably make sure he's still doing it because I haven't been there in a while.
Oh, that's never good.
Just keep going. Yeah, there we go. So this gentleman here, where am I at? Go back to Firefox. Why is this like all weird?
I love websites that have that font.
Let's try to make this fit. That's what she said. But this guy, he breeds a lot of his own stuff here, and you can just go through the list. He's in Arizona.
Ooh, hot.
The only downfall with him is he only ships via freight, at least last time I checked. But he's got a lot. You can see he's got a lot of everything. Fun thing about Copidachromis, like the Borlei, one of the few haps that are actually a schooling fish. Copidachromis, they're a schooling fish, so that's pretty neat. Very rare for an African cichlid to be a schooling fish, besides Cyprichromis, obviously.
I love Thai microcrabs.
If we go down far enough, we should hit Tanganyika. Here we go. So this is where I bought all my Cyprichromis from back in the day, when I had like 8 different species. These guys are really cool. The bees, the bumblebees. And they're really fairly priced, too. So, highly recommend this guy for African cichlids as well. But I know there's only like 2 African cichlid people in this chat, so we'll come back.
For you too, you go check that out. If you ordered from Ron's Cichlids, I got some plecos and they did a really good job. I have not. I've heard of Ron's Cichlids, but I've never ordered there. I look through Aquabid from time to time, and it has literally gone from sugar to poop over the years. Lately, I haven't seen anything. You know what?
It's worthless.
The last time I have found something on Aquabid was probably 4 years ago, at least. It's unfortunate, though, because it used to be a really cool place for treasures. Like, you could find some really good stuff. And now, you know, I make jokes, but really a large portion of Aquabid is just Dan's fish. So that's the truth. So just go to Dan's and buy them. Whoa. Dave's Rare Fish is the only place I get my Africans from. Wow, lots of different places, huh, Ross?
Dave's Rare Fish, he's been around for a long time. Like I said, I look at his newsletter all the time.
He's out of Texas, comes to my club at least once a year. Nice. Yeah, that, you know what, Barbara? That's a good point, too. So many trans shippers in Aquabid. Anything that isn't like Dan is usually a trans shipper, and I just don't want to do it. Like, no thank you.
I noticed that a lot on eBay, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, Missy. You're getting a little loud down there. Place an $800 order at the wet spot this weekend using your code ENJOY.
I saw it. Thank you. There's somebody placed an order during this stream, so whoever you are, thank you very much.
Who was it?
It's always fun when it happens while we're live, although it's probably not someone that's in the stream.
Wait, who got some pike live bearers? Ooh, cool. Nice.
Ryan still uses Aquabid for sure.
Oh, yeah.
There's still some good people on there.
Yeah, it's hit or miss, though, and it's miss most of the time for me, sadly. To me, like, I'm really interested in meeting a lot more people at the Aquarium Society and seeing if anybody breeds anything, because I would love to get stuff locally, because that was something I did regularly before, so I hope to do that again. Tanio praeorbitalis. I've been looking to get breeder colony of these guys, not so common species. Yeah, it was always a challenge for me to find stuff that was rare or more rare like that, where are you going to find it? I'd look for years sometimes, and then, I'd see something that was a little bit over what I wanted to pay, wait a day, and it was sold out, and then I regretted not buying it. So I'm never going to do that again. If I wanted to import shit. What?
I've seen how long we could go without saying anything.
Oh, sorry. I ruined it. Jody's getting some African butterfly fish this week. Are you getting butterfly cichlids or butterfly fish? I'm guessing butterfly fish, like the really pretty ornate top dwellers. It's confusing because you have the African butterfly fish, and then you have the African butterfly cichlid. Excuse me, ma'am.
Miami Beach native Jose. I got some great rams on Aqua back in the day from an upstate New York breeder, Coral Bandit. But I heard he stopped selling.
No, I love Coral Bandit. He's helpful dude.
A lot of people have quit because of the shipping costs have gone up so much.
Coral Bandit was very, very helpful and very willing to give his time and experience, like information to people who would look for it. And he was very frequently on the forums. Somebody people called upon for very specific information, and he was always super nice. I like that guy. It's a bummer he doesn't sell. I knew he sold rams. He had really pretty dark night ram, whatever the hell you want to call them, even though they die all the time. His were like solid black and stayed that way, but they were assholes. So,
I have not ordered from Ron Cichlid. I know you already got that comment, but I just chime in there too.
Aquarium Co-op on BTS page has some gems on it every now and then. Need more people to post what they have. Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. Am I stupid?
What?
Aquarium Co-op's a BTS page?
I don't know. I was just reading it. I have no idea what that is. Is that the forum? Buy, trade, sell? I don't know. But usually it's BST, buy, sell, trade. But I don't know. But I would assume that. Okay. She's just going to do that every single
Sadie
time.
clearly thinks Aquabid isn't where it's at anymore.
Yeah,
No, that is true.
She's got her finger on the pulse, for sure. Oh, Dennis.
Buy that Crying Kid beer.
You need some alcohol, child. We need to rub some rum on them gums, huh?
She is teething.
My Grammy did that with my dad. She's like, you just rub a little alcohol on their gums. I'm like, Grammy, we can't do that anymore.
Thank you very much for the $10.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Very much helpful. Very helpful.
Yeah. Okay. She's just talking, too. She just runs her mouth a lot, shockingly. I never thought I'd have a child, let alone one that...
She's going to be a singer.
Oh, my God. I've been considering a small saltwater setup just to house some gobies. You and me both, buddy. The gobies get me every time. I saw some blennies when we were at Depot the other day, and I'm like, oh, you make me want a saltwater tank, because their blenny selection is out of control. Love it.
I've been on that forum so many times, but I've never noticed a buy-sell trade section.
I've seen it before. That's what made me go, oh, yeah,
I will say, as far as selling, that forum gets a ton of traffic. So if you're looking for a place to sell
yeah,
fish,
that's true.
You're not going to go wrong.
Facts.
There's probably this is not even like a guess. I guarantee you they get more traffic there than Aquabid.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nobody wants to make an Aquabid account. Yeah, that's true. If they didn't hide so much and freak out, my experience when you approached a clown plucko would be way more popular. Oh, yeah. They're not out very much. That's true. They are cool, though. My Italian brother-in-law's mother used to give them a soft cloth dipped in wine. I love that. That's what you're getting. You're going to get a wine cloth. Get you some Pinot Grigio. Is she a mini... You think that he's that loud and talks that much? That's who she takes after? Okay. All right. Leo said mini Bobbert, and I'm like, that's funny because I would think that this attitude takes more after me than you, but I don't know.
Did I end up ordering Telio Grandma Burchard from the West Spot? No, I want to so bad, but
we have nowhere to put anything.
There's just more important things that money has to go to right now. And it just figures that, like, now of all times. I've been waiting like 2 years for them to get them, but now they do.
Yeah, Zen, that's true. She does. What I like, the favorite of mine is the pterodactyl. That's what they call like the high-pitched squealing that they do, and she does a whole lot of that. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. What? Yeah, you think it's funny? It's not. It's not funny. You're a loudmouth, McGee. Yeah, you're loud. Everyone can hear you.
I'm gonna look at it right now, because why not?
Oh.
Probably have to be logged in to see the buy sell.
I need chat.
Dang it, I'm not logged in. I don't see it here. I don't see it. I can't log in because I have secret forums that you guys don't have because I'm special. Just kidding. The real problem is I don't think I remember my password.
Addie has been begging me for some peas. Aw. Peas are the best. Love them. I think Corey was boosting the BTS section on the forum while you were making a human from scratch. Oh, did we miss that? That's funny.
Let's see if I can remember my
yes, I can still call my 13-year-old a pterodactyl when she gets too excited and yells at Fortnite. See? Sometimes I don't grow out of it so quick. Yes, she'll be live streaming. She is live streaming currently, technically. Y'all can hear her, so.
Uh-oh, what happened? Where are we at? There we are.
Yes, and you have to make a certain number of posts.
Ooh, I got it.
And unlock it.
Okay. Let me see if I can find it.
Hi. You want to bounce?
There it is.
Bounce, 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 bounce.
Okay, now let's go back. I found it.
Whoa.
It is fish swap buy sell trade. Want to sell 5?
Go
Thomasai, that's a good one.
Where? Yeah.
Good one. Blueberry snails. Want to buy? Oh, it's a lot of want to buy. Want to sell. Beta Splendens. Woo. Want to sell Portland. All right.
Oh, Barbara, thank you. Buy some fish in my place. Thank you so much. We will. We have to. We gotta get things moving around here with the fish. Do you still have those Disticotus 2LZ? We do still have them. They are not with us. I would never get rid of those. Candy has those right now. She is babysitting a lot of our fish. The only fish that we kept that we did not have room to bring with us. So we are going to owe Candy
Get this crap off my screen.
a deep debt. But yes, we still have them. They are. I can't let go of those. Those are some of my favorite fish ever. They mean a lot to us too. So
$60, is that a good deal?
For what?
By Maculata?
Yeah, it's not
Sexable?
bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh, Sexable for sure. That's not bad. They usually are anywhere from $45 to $60. That's standard. Usually they're $45 if they're an inch long and unsexable. So if they're sexable, I'd say $60 is a fair price.
I don't know.
One.
Okay, so let's just go back.
We've got a whiny little Doberman here.
This is not allowed in the room, so he's crying.
He's a needy Nelly, this one.
Little wiener.
He is a big weenie. Chromobatia macrat. What is it? I'm sorry, Macranthus. 5 and a... Am I, like, reading this right? Chromobotia Macranthus 5 in or Botia Modesta 5 in would either do well in my 300-gallon South American tank.
You see some of these posts are getting like 600 views. That's way more than you're going to get on Aquabid. Just throwing that out there.
I feel like they would fare. Yeah, I feel like those would be okay in there. 300 gallons is large. What do you have in there, Steve? What do you have in there?
Barbara, $20 super chat. I know you read it. I just wanted to say thank you again, Barbara. That's very helpful.
That is very, very nice.
I really appreciate it.
Why is sound dipping sometimes? It could be because I'm moving
muted.
around.
No,
oh. I was like, well, I'm moving and doing things.
I've been muting it like when I have to cough or something.
Oh, South Bay. Okay, I grew up with Queensland Healers. That's all we had growing up were Queensland Healers, and I have a very, very special place in my heart for those little crazy, destructive psychopaths. I love them so much. If you have not had one, it is an experience, but they are like no other dog. That's for sure. Mine used to jump our 6-foot fence like it was a game. It was hilarious. He was so funny. He'd heard my sister's little friends because they'd run around and scream, and he'd like nip them. It was hilarious. Also, their parents would get nervous, but I'm like, he's just hurting them. Calm down.
I have a hard time spending more than $20 on a fish. In my mind, I just know as soon as I drop 50 to 100 on a single fish,
it's
it'll
possible.
find a way to disappear.
It's possible.
I would say it's pretty rare.
It's rare, but it's possible. Usually people that are selling fish that are that expensive, they know they're expensive, and there's a good chance they're not, sick or dying. Like, people know that that's a lot to spend on a fish. I remember the first time I spent $50 on a fish. It was years ago, and it was my Ivanacara Ataketa. I'm like, why am I drawing a blank? $50 on that fish. And I remember going, oh my God, like, why am I doing this? This is so expensive. And then once I had him home, I'm like, I would have spent $200 on you. Like, he was that good. So sometimes if you kind of like make the move, you'll realize why some are worth spending that much money on. Because some of them definitely are. Some of them are not. Some of them are very expensive and very lackluster. So it goes both ways.
I think the most I spent on a single fish was probably $100. Probably the most I spent on a group was the 6 zebra plecos I had. But they're $100 each. My Mabu puffer was $90.
My first spotted Congo was $200. So that was the most I ever spent on one fish. And then my bettas, my macrostoma, were about $200 for the pair. So $175, something like that. Not bad, actually.
My puffers leave her more protected than most children.
That's funny. They should be.
Mm-hmm.
Smallest tank size recommended for Discoda's 2GLC. I would say a 40 breeder, and that would be for a group
bare minimum.
Under 10. Like, if you have less than 10, a 40 breeder. Anything more, 75 and up.
The good thing is that they're very slow moving.
They are.
Methodical fish. They're not like rainbows or Danios. They're
little blimps, though.
That's a very good comparison.
They're like little blimps. They just kind of float around, and I don't know. I adore them.
5 gifted memberships.
Thanks,
Thank you
Dennis.
so much. We are going to be working on trying to get members back up. We've lost a lot over the last couple months from not streaming, from moving. We're going to be working on some perks, some other stuff. Not really sure what, but it's definitely going to be a focus because honestly, the members are what pay for the channel. So we got to keep them happy.
Well, Moneyless Maven. Hello. And who else do we have here? We've got Into the Future, Bruce, Moneyless Maven, Crazy Shots, and Fishcapades.
Oh, speaking of
Which
Hill
I like
Streams,
that.
is Jody still here? Jody.
She was here.
Calling all Jodys to front and center because I want to know if you know specifically what this one Hill Stream is, if they're still available. But I thought for $20 it was a pretty cool little Hill Stream. If you're still here.
Was it like the SK2 or something? Most I spent on a fish was $400 on an imported koi fry from breeder.
Okay. Do you know what this guy is here? It's just listed as species, but I feel like any red tail Hill Stream for $20 is a pretty good deal.
There you go. You love that squeak? It's funny.
Ooh.
Yeah, koi. Oh man, I know Corey spent a lot on koi before too, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you have those koi that you're importing, and we're talking about the real koi from like Japan, though, you can spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on one. With Medaka, there are certain lines of lames and different beautiful Medaka that you can spend thousands on a pair as well. So.
Do hill streams do good in non-heated
Yes.
aquariums? They are perfect for unheated aquariums.
Those are the star.
Low 70s to high 60s.
Yeah, the star of an unheated aquarium.
And they also love oxygen.
Yes. Flow is nice for them. When we've had them, they sit right in the flow.
Perfect for shiners. Yep.
Yeah.
SK02.
Great. I was right.
You were. High five.
Ha! Couldn't even high five me? Like,
No, because you don't high five, so I had to high five myself.
high five.
I try to high five all the time.
No,
like,
you don't.
No.
Get out of here.
I'm too good for high fives.
That's exactly what I say when he does it. I say,
Yes.
I'm too good for high fives.
Mm-hmm.
I am above a high five. So, please.
You know who stonewalled me for a high five?
Who?
Rachel O'Leary.
Oh, brutal.
I know.
That's really sad, man. What do you got like left hanging?
Yeah.
Wow, how embarrassing.
Yep.
Why? No, what is that like?
What did she say?
Well, I was gonna say, what's the reasoning behind leaving somebody hanging? That's so messed up, man.
I don't remember. It was just in passing, and to be fair, we had
High five.
we've like never met at this point.
Oh, so you're just trying
But
to.
we knew who each other was, obviously from YouTube.
Yeah.
And she was she came to do a talk at GSAS, and we were walking past the lobby, and I was like, high five, and she's like, no, I don't high five. Or something. I was like, oh.
It's against my religion. I don't high five. That's funny. Wow. Many love to play in the. Yeah, I love watching them do that. It's the best. I have some really interesting African fish related to Distichotis, but very small. Nanotheops ultitaneus? I'm sorry. Oh, no, Unitaneus. Unitaneatus.
Oh, sorry, I got rid of chat.
I can like barely see that. Okay, that's better. Yeah, Nanotheops unitaneatus. One line tetra. Oh, I've seen those. Those are really pretty. I actually really like those, Tom. I don't know a lot about them, but I have seen them, and they are really cool. They are much smaller, like little mini Distichotis. Oh, jeez. They are very cool. Where'd you get them from? Curious.
There's also that other fish that looks like they're like $12, and the Wet Spot always has them.
Oh,
like,
shit.
what are they?
Oh, God. Just stop for a second. And they're over in this area with all the little fish. Jesus. What
have
are
to
they?
look.
Oh, my God. I
Are
almost
they
bought them
are
one
they
time.
Cherisons or
Yeah,
Citriforms?
they're Cherisons.
All right, this is gonna be the one time they don't have them in stock.
What the hell are they?
I know they're
Neolabius.
Yes, Neolabius.
Yes.
Those are also little mini.
My
Distichotis.
brain worked, yeah. Trevovaceae, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
What a fun word to say.
I know. Neolabius trevovaceae.
Trevovaceae. I had African cichlids that were Trevovaceae.
Yeah, there's other Trevovaceae for sure.
Trevovaceae.
Those are really cool fish. I would love to get some of the Neolabius. I really like those.
Okay, so let's see.
Thank you for God brain for once recently. It's working again for a second. My brain has been absolute mush since this one came along, and I'm trying to get back to like how I normally am, which is having a brain. They have a couple of Neolabius species right now.
There you go.
See? Very exciting. Very exciting. Hey, thanks, Leslie. I have one of the submersible lights in my betta tank. Will it burn up like a heater if the water level gets too low? I have not ever done a submersible light. I cannot give solid advice on that. I wouldn't think so. Because the reason why the heaters burn up is because there's nothing to cool them down. You know what I mean? They're getting too hot. I don't know how hot those lights get, but I would assume not. But if anybody else has any experience with submersible lights, could you weigh in on this? Because I don't know.
One of those submersible lights in my betta tank will burn up like a heater.
I don't think so.
I think it depends on the brand.
Yeah, that's
like the
a good
Fluval
point.
one seems to work really well. But if it's just some cheap brand on Amazon, I'd be very weary.
Funny. You like
I'm
that?
gonna show off the
Oh, they're so cool. That is a shit picture of them for how cool they actually look, and it is a really good picture. Like it's a great picture of a fish, but like that does not do them justice. They are way cooler than that. Just saying. What, ma'am? What?
Trevovase.
There's one species
so
of
glad to
Neolobius that gets
be-
super red. The rest are fine. I love a brown fish. So for
Yeah,
me,
look at this picture.
yeah, that would be the ones. It's the Trevovase. They get very red, but that's why I said that one's a shit
This
picture.
looks like the Burchardi tetra.
It does look very similar.
Is that accurate? Yeah, look.
I think that it might be a Burchardi. Yeah, because there's the Elastiopeterceus Burchardi. I would say, where is the, because the Neolobius has a more triangular shape than like that. You know what I'm saying?
So this is saying it's a Trevovase,
It's not.
but it looks.
It's not a Trevovase.
I don't think that's true.
It's not a.
But
It's
then
not
there's
a.
this one that's super red as well.
Where?
This is from Fish Base, which is pretty accurate.
Usually. That one looks more accurate, but I don't know. I still feel like it's a little off. Because that definitely, like, that's a good picture of a Trevovase right there. That one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Or like a female, maybe.
That's a female. But it's a good picture of the body shape. Like, that's a very, like, from what I've seen in person, that is pretty... Jesus Christ.
Wow. All right. And on that note,
Dude.
we're going to call it a stream. For the 5 new members we got, we're going to be starting again in 15 minutes for the member stream.
You can come hear our kids scream more there.
Come hang out.
Yeah.
We talk about a wide range of things. Some top secret, some not so secret. And it's usually a lot of fun to hang out with like 20 fish nerds. So
Tis.
let's thank everyone for coming. We appreciate it. I'm glad to be streaming from a computer again. It's only going to keep getting better, which is nice. Huge shout out to Curtis, Angelica Man, DNIG0259. That didn't sound right. BK. I'm saying all your handles.
I know.
BK2PLA. I'm going to say 59.
You know what? Fish for life? Yes. It could be that. Sorry. What are we talking about? Did you say thank you to Leslie?
I'm getting there, but I was going to say Plush Possum.
Oh, thank you, Leslie.
And we just got another member. Welcome to the Steenfott. Ross, shout out, buddy. Steenfott.
I forgot about that already.
I did
Ross
change
coming in
it.
with the heaters. I totally forgot about that. That is really
No longer
good.
the dream team. You
No.
all are the Steenfott. My flock.
Caw-caw.
Jody, you're making us stay a little longer here.
Oh, Jody. It's
You're going to give us a few
yeah.
more members in there.
Let's
Thank you so
see.
much.
Who made the cut? Who made the cut?
Jeff, Michael, Planted,
Pass.
Goldies,
And
Joseph, Willie.
Hello,
there you
all.
go.
You can come hang out. Right in the nick of time, Jody got
poor
you to come
Aquatic
hang out.
Moose.
Damn, again.
Dang.
Hey, who is this? Who is that? Who are you? Go down. That person right there.
I am going down.
Jesus. Oh, thank you, sir or ma'am. I don't know who you are.
I don't recognize that
I
handle.
don't. Who are you? I don't. But thank
Been
you
a
so
member
much.
for quite some time.
Yeah. What the hell, bruh? Who is that? See, these throw us off, and sometimes it's
I hate
not
the
same.
handles.
I bought 5 tickets for the show. You sure did. Who
To
are
the
you?
Gun show.
Oh shit. And on that note,
We have to stay longer now because we
know.
just got 10 members.
I know.
We'll
Hey.
stay a little longer. The member stream doesn't start for 12 more minutes, so
Yeah.
we'll stay a little longer.
We do have to let these. Oh Jesus.
Good night, Shookamookers.
I thought I had
That's
gotten
never
far
gone
enough
away.
away from that it was just.
That's
gonna...
the 3rd time I've seen it, too.
I
And I
know.
waited till the end just for you.
Thank you for that. I hate the handles.
them
I
too.
know there's. I've known yours forever, Leslie. I had your number way sooner than everybody else's, so I'm glad I got that one at least. Someone say bootylicious.
It is bootylicious.
Jesus. Have you ever looked into lion's mane for your
I've
brain?
taken it.
I was gonna say I feel like we may have talked about that, and I've heard of it, but I
bought it
have
before.
not.
It didn't do anything.
I should.
I've tried all those mushrooms that are supposed to be like make your brain unstoppable, It definitely made it stop.
From what I understand, it's just
Snake
because
oil.
I had a kid. So she sucked all my smarts out for a while and they got to rejuice. So I'm just going to give it some time, see how it goes. I'm getting better. Yeah. You did it. It's your fault.
The best thing for your brain is caffeine.
Which I have not had enough of. So, but I slept a whole lot today, which is weird for me. Very strange. Being sick pisses me off.
Oh,
Dual
I'm the
extracted
bootylicious.
lion's mane is way more potent. Makes a big difference for me. Interesting. I'll look into it.
Do y'all have a code with Dan's Fish? Absolutely. It's streaming across right now.
You know it, brother.
Right on your screen. Discount codes, Dan Fish, Steenfott Aquatics. I don't know if it's 5 or 10% off. That is the only thing.
Oh.
Depends on your purchase history. But yeah, usually if it's your first time ordering, then you'll get 10% off.
Oh, Barbara, you back to play. Okay, that's what I thought, honestly, when I looked at it, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Back to play. Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Is Xana Doodoo here?
Yeah.
All right.
Right in time for us to be like, peace out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Where is he? I didn't see him.
I saw him. He was
Did you?
there.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did too.
No, you didn't.
Don't tell me what I saw or didn't
You
see.
didn't see him because he's not here.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oops, that's top chat.
Or maybe I
that's
just
why.
saw someone write it. No, I could have sworn I saw him. Ow! Jeez, I sat weird. I would rather they use my name and not my
Yeah.
handle. Yeah.
The handle is awful.
Well, it's because, like, if you don't know, you don't know.
I've
Like,
just spent 10 years learning everyone's
I know,
name.
for
and now
God's
you change
sake.
it.
For God's sake.
Jeff
5%
Kane, hey, what's
unless
up, buddy?
it's your first. That's what I thought, Jody. I was going to say, I think the first time is 10%, and then after that, it's 5.
And on that note, deuces, walk the dogs. Yep.
Peace out.
Members, come back. Let's have some fun in the member
Come
stream
back.
in 10 minutes. Everyone else, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed our little spiel.
Yep.
Maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't.
Yeah,
Either way, I
and
just hope you had fun.
if any of you are thinking of getting into that, I want to hear about it, how it goes. Keep us posted. Peace.
Nancy me in Tennessee. Hello, hello.
Boots cats. Hey, just in time for the end, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay, though. You made it.
I don't like that noise. That one's annoying. Just saying.
Sadie, that's annoying, okay? Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Someone said you can go into settings and change it, but I couldn't find it. I got a question. No, I'll wait for the member stream. Sorry, Grays.
Oh, that's dirty.
It's not. It's just a question about a member, so that's why it's a member I haven't seen for a while. Alec Kumanov.
Oh, he's commented on my Facebook.
I've seen him on Facebook.
Yeah,
but not,
he hasn't been here, though.
I hope he's doing well. I haven't seen him in a while.
Just
But anyways,
yesterday.
some of you will see you hopefully on Saturday. Some of you I'll see you hopefully in about 7 minutes.
Bye.
Bye.